To learn about the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. Okay, so I'm back at the tiny house build again today. In the tiny house that can't be done. It absolutely astonishes me how many times a day somebody will tell me you can't do that. My channel is about yes you can. And I've got long-time subscribers who watch my channel and still tell me what I can't do or what's going to happen or what the problems are. It doesn't matter. Life doesn't have to be about the can't. It should be about the can. So I wanted to show you around a little bit today before I get started on today's project. Today's project is I'm going to put the shower in there that I can't use. I'll explain that in a bit. Okay, so Carolyn's just about finished. I know the pallet wall seems to be taking a long time, and the trim is no different than the pallet wood, and you may not even be able to see it on the camera very well, but she has just laid a piece of pallet wood on top of the pallet wood. But that's trim. She just used another piece of pallet wood and put it right on the top of the pallet wood. So she is considering staining the trim to give it a little bit more of a rustic feel. And that's what's so nice about this tiny house build. It's $5,000. I've said that a million times, but I want to really hammer this home. It's $5,000. I mean, $5,400. It's just not a lot of money. I mean, the house is cheaper than a car. And so it just doesn't matter what we do to it. Well, you're not going to get any resale value out of it. Of course not. That's not the point of the house. The point of the house was, first, can we do it? Second, is it the dream? And third, do we love it? And all three checked. People are so ingrained in thinking that everything has to last forever. Everything has to be perfect forever. My ex-wife was a big advocate of buying a vehicle and babying it so that you can resell it later and get a good price out of it. And so when she left, I still had this mindset. So when I bought my truck, I was babying it. And so then I met Carolyn, and she says, why are you babying this truck? Well, you got to worry about resale value. But you bought a truck. Use it as a truck. If not, sell it and go get a used thing that you're not worried about resale value. And so when she said that, it just opened up my eyes. Yeah, why did I buy something if I'm just worried about selling it? I should go buy something that I can use. And so since then, we've used it as a truck. The same thing here. The beauty of this is just fascinating to me. And if we'd bought a regular house, we would have never done this because it would have brought down the resale value. So officially, I think this is all the dried firewood that we have left. Out of all the wood we have, that's it. That's below 20%. And this stuff is really junky wood. It's not burning very well. I got one little bit of flame going on in here. The knob is halfway out. It's not putting out a lot of BTU, so I don't even know what it is. I know it's not oak. I just don't know what it is. Like in yesterday's video, I was telling you, this is one of the reasons that we're struggling to move in. So Carolyn and I have decided that we got to keep the house warm so we can continue building in it and getting things done so we can move in. Either way, we're going to run out of fire. We're going to run out down at the Franklin. So we're going to have to do something. Whether we run propane down there or we buy firewood or whatever, we're going to have to make a purchase. It just didn't work out this year. Next year, we're going to be in really good shape. I mean, we got a better plan for next year. I mean, I tried to make a good plan for this year. It's just the Franklin took up a lot of firewood. It's an outdoor heat exchanger that I made. It got us through most of the winter now. We're on the downhill side of winter, so I can't complain that we made a mistake. So we're gonna go and look around today for firewood. There's a couple of people who are selling it, but they're a little ways down the road. I mean, 40 miles or so. That's a long ways to haul wood. But there's a guy who has a bunch of firewood in front of his house, just stacked up all over the place. I think he might be a tree trimmer service. And so he might sell it. So we're gonna go down there and see what that's all about, see if he sells it. And if he does, then we'll test it and see if it's dry and we'll buy some. So today's project is we're gonna assemble the shower. Again, going back to what amazes me is somebody said, Rob, if that's a plastic shower, you don't want that. That's gonna crack. We had one that cracked. You gotta get a fiberglass shower. And here's the thing is, I guess when I read comments, I think, oh my goodness, what did I just do? I just spent money on a shower and now it's not gonna work. Some guy just told me he's got experience, it doesn't work. And so I Google it and I'm like, okay, oh my gosh, I gotta have to return this, it's not fiberglass. And I immediately start reading, yeah, they crack, but so does this fiberglass. Here's what's interesting about all this, is there were more articles, you know, when you Google it, you get all these articles on how to repair it than there were about them cracking. I mean, you can repair the fiberglass ones, you can repair the plastic ones. It happens, it's called wear and tear. Things get old and they fall apart. So again, we're expecting things to last forever. And so we go out and buy the most expensive things, hoping that they will last forever, just to find out, well, the expensive thing didn't last much longer than the inexpensive thing. Again, I'm not looking for resale value. I'm looking to live in a house that I'm happy in. A little plastic shower is all I need. And when it breaks or cracks, I can replace it or I can fix it. I guess I'm not hammering the point home. The dream is more important to me. The happiness, the freedom, those things, those things that I can't hold, but I hold true to myself, are what's important to me. Not, is the plastic shower gonna break? And am I gonna get any resale value out of it? I'm not worried about the resale value. I'm worried about the dream. And so when I get up in the morning and I look through this window that wasn't gonna work, it's too big. You're never gonna be able to heat the place with that thing. I got my dream right out there. And I can't imagine why I can't heat the place. I mean, I got the darn stove on low and it's like very comfortable. It's beautiful. I mean, how else can you explain achieving your dream? But the shower is not the dream, it's just a necessity. It's just something you gotta have. So I'm gonna get started and try to assemble this thing and see if I can cut a hole, maybe get some plumbing. But the plumbing's not important. I just want to get it assembled real quick so Carolyn can start laying out the floor. So I got to have a propane tank to run my on-demand water heater, and I was worried that it wasn't going to fit. I measured it out the other day, and it was close, but it's going to fit. One of the problems I've been worried about is the shower falling on the trailer frame rail. There's a rail right here, and it's over here on the side of it, just a little bit. So I've tried to diligently measure outside. That's the only way I can take the measurement from the rail to the door. So right here is the door. I'm pointing to it. I know you can't see it. So I've took the measurement. Then I came in and I tried to transpire that measurement in here from the door to the hole. The trailer frame is running right here, if I've measured correctly. So I'm gonna drill a hole here and I'm gonna look underneath to see where my drill bit is. So I got my hole saw. Of course, I gotta cut a 5-inch hole and this is only 4.5. So once I get through it, I'm gonna take it one section at a time. I'll drill through, then I'll go underneath, look at the drill bit to see if I'm clear. And if I'm clear, then I'll go ahead and go down with the hole saw. Later, I'll have to come back up here with the jigsaw and clean it up. I don't want to just cut the hole and hope for the best. I've said before that since I started the off-grid lifestyle, I've become the luckiest person in the world. I used to have the worst luck, but things have turned around for me here. After doing all my measurements and checking everything out, I went ahead and drilled the hole. The drill bit is 3.5 inches away from the frame. Well, I only need a 5-inch hole. That means if I divide the distance in half, 2.5 inches, I only needed 2.5 inches. So I got a whole extra inch left over away from the trailer frame. Man, that has worried me ever since Carolyn said she wanted a shower in here. So you remember me telling you just a moment ago that I've become the luckiest person in the world when it comes to off-grid living. I mean, it's just fantastic. Like I said, I've always been so unlucky. Well, the instruction says I got to have a 5-inch hole to put this into the floor. So I cut it out using what my hardware store guy said. This was 4.5 inches. I didn't question him, and I still haven't even measured it. So the instruction says 5 inches. But ta-da! It fits. So I don't have to cut it anymore. Man, how lucky is that? Okay, so I didn't get it finished, but I did get the base installed. There's plumbing going through the floor. So all I got to do now is hook up the pipes that I bought. I bought, I think, 50 feet of 2-inch pipe that I'm going to run down. So I hope I can inspire you to find a dream where you change your luck. Thanks for watching.